Welcome back to another Q&A video. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button for the truest coverage on Star Citizen. Now, this Q&A focuses on the Anvil Arrow. There's a link in the description box to another video of me taking a closer look at the ship. But anyway, with that said, let's dive straight in. When the Arrow shot its way onto the RSI website, it was listed as a stealth ship. Now, this was an error on CIG's behalf and has since been corrected. The Arrow was not designed to be a stealth ship. With that said though, it's still possible to swap out its stock loadout for a more stealthier set of components. The ship was also advertised as being one of the best in its class with regards to speed and agility, though when people got to try it out in game, it didn't quite live up to that statement. But CIG said that this was down to a bug with the current IFCS system and would be continued to be worked upon until the ship gets where it needs to be. The community wanted to know how the Arrow compares to the likes of the Gladius and the Hawk, and it was revealed that the Arrow is more manoeuvrable than the Gladius but not as fast, and the Hawk will also be faster than the Arrow but again not as manoeuvrable. Now, on a side note, this is a great bit of news for Hawk owners. We've been in the dark for quite some time regarding the Hawk's max afterburner speed. But in light of this new info, we can now safely assume the Hawk's top speed to be around 1300 meters per second. Now, this was an interesting question I was curious to know the answer to. The Arrow boasts to be the best in its class as far as agile fighters go. It's smaller and cheaper than the Gladius, but also has the same hardpoints and components as it. So the question was put to CIG. Why would I ever buy or choose to fly a Gladius again? To which CIG replied, the Arrow is a direct competitor to the Gladius, and Anvil's marketing team would have you believe it outperforms the Gladius in every way. But that isn't exactly the case. The Gladius has superior missile hardpoints, and its dual engines outperform the Arrow's single engine in terms of acceleration. Next we have the classic Star Citizen question. What does the Arrow fit in? And the typical answer to this question is, if it fits, it sits. The Arrow does have the ability to fold its wings, which does give it the potential to be stored in other ships besides dedicated aircraft carriers. So far it was confirmed that the Arrow would fit inside the Bengal, Idris, Kraken, Javelin, Endeavour with a hangar module, the 890 Jump and the Polaris. It was also confirmed that the Arrow was not built with a new flight model in mind and will be converted over just like every other ship. In the future as well, CIG would like all small fighters to have personal storage space, but at present the Arrow doesn't have this. The next question was regarding balance and how CIG would tune this across all of the 9 light fighters currently in game. And I'm going to directly quote CIG here because they sum this up quite nicely. The Arrow, Gladius, Mustang Delta and Blade are all dedicated fighters, and their flight characteristics and loadouts differ. The Aurora LN and 125A both carry cargo whilst having combat capabilities. The Hawk can carry a prisoner and packs an EMP, making it ideal for bounty hunting. The Reliant Tana is meant for long-range combat and features multi-crew gameplay. The Carterwell is a scout ship and meant to get in and out and use its agility rather than firepower. The light fighter category encompasses many ships, but the roles and capabilities of each of these ships vary. We hope each one will fill a niche for different playstyles. Moving on, we have some more info regarding the Arrow's turret. Now, we know its stock loadout is 2 size 1 weapons, but the turret itself can be removed to fit either a fixed size 3 weapon or a gimbaled size 2 weapon. Apart from that though, there's no plans to allow any other utility options for it. There was also some more confusion on the RSI website about the ship regarding the Arrow's joint thrusters and what they were exactly. They're basically just a subset of gimbal thrusters and refers to the range of movement. A few examples of gimbal thrusters currently used for ships are joint, roll and flex. The Arrow uses joint thrusters, which means the thrusters can change their pitch in a 90-degree arc. The community also wanted to know what components the Arrow comes with and what types can be retrofitted. Turns out its stock components are military, but it does have the ability to equip stealth and civilian types too. And the last bit of info to come out of the Q&A was that the Arrow's turret can indeed use a computer blade for AI assisted targeting. And finally, the ship itself is only a short range fighter which is meant to be deployed from a carrier, so it's not going to have much fuel capacity to be able to travel long distances. And that was all the info to come out of the Q&A. Let me know your thoughts on the Arrow in the comments. If you did enjoy this video, then please do give it a like and a share, and until next time, stay true.